Check out this Hannah giant Julia. This tree is awesome. Yeah, there's like mold on the bottom of it. That's really scary. Probably shouldn't be eating that. Yeah. Oh, very stringent. Hello, beautiful subscribers. It's the first week of October here, southeastern Pennsylvania, zone 7A, and we're getting to the end of the season. This video is all about what fruit trees are still holding fruit. So hopefully you guys can add some of these trees to your property to extend your season, extend your harvest as long as possible. This is a medlar, a Breva giant medlar, and the fruit is still not even close to ready. So this is a wonderful tree to extend your season. It can be grown in zones 5 through 8, and it gets 15 to 20 feet tall. Let me zoom in here on the medlar fruit. It's very, very astringent, which means it's filled with tannins that are gonna pucker your mouth up, dry you out, and make you never want to eat one again. That's why there's a thing called bletting. What you need to do, which is just a way to ripen them. This medlar tree has been in the ground for 3 years. I bought it, about a 5-foot tree, skinnier trunk than this. This is what you're gonna get after about 3 years. This is the first year that it actually has fruit and is holding fruit, but something is wrong with it. I have no idea what that is. I didn't spray this too much this year. The medlar is gonna taste like applesauce, apparently. I've never had one, but you gotta let it be really, really ripe. Like we're talking an astringent persimmons, or like a mushy, mushy tomato. You gotta take it inside, it's gonna turn black, it's gonna look bad, you're not gonna wanna eat it, and apparently it will taste like applesauce. So for the hell of it, and the sake of content, let's bite into one of these now. The Breva giant medlar is self-pollinating. So you only need one. I only have one, and you can see that the tree has fruit on it. It also has these very tropical looking leaves. It's a beautiful tree. I have it right here on the driveway for everybody to see. And I'm not gonna recommend it yet until I try my first one, which will hopefully be a few more weeks. Jujubes are definitely still holding fruit. First week of October. We have the Lee, the Lang, and sugarcane. And for the first couple years, these trees did not impress me. Fruit quality was lacking any flavor or sugar. But this year is a whole different story. This year, they're packing insane amount of sugar, and that's why I have to recommend you plant some jujubes. You can grow jujubes in zones 6 through 10. They're extremely hardy and drought resistant, very easy to grow, but they are not self-pollinating. You will need 2 varieties. I recommend the Lang and the sugarcane. The Lee is very unproductive. I was planning on making a video this year that said, don't plant jujubes, but I've completely changed my mind. I really am starting to like this fruit. Let's take a taste test here of the Lang. It's sweet. It's kind of like an apple, but drier. Jujubes are also called Chinese dates because if you let them dry on the tree or in the house, they will start to shrivel up like this and start to resemble a date. They'll be even sweeter. They start to get more flavor after they've dried out. But here is sugar cane. It's the smallest, but definitely the sweetest. This is my favorite. And then you have the Lang and the Lee. The Lee is the biggest. Also, what I don't understand is the birds don't mess with them. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if this was a stone fruit, say an apricot, which I have some right next to these, all the fruit would be gone. So they do have a little bit of thorns on them, but for some reason the birds and the deer and the squirrels, they don't eat them. I don't understand. It's amazing. You guys have seen this tree a bunch, but this is the Kosui Asian pear, and it's still holding fruit. All the other Asian pears have dropped their fruit weeks ago. So if you have Asian pears, you don't have this one, and you want an Asian pear that lasts longer into the season, then this might be the one for you because it's holding its fruit at least 3 weeks longer than the others. Oh yeah. I have one apple tree still holding fruit. It's the Gold Rush. Luckily for me, it's still holding fruit because it's my favorite variety. Gold Rush can be grown in zones 5 through 8, and it has a sweet, tangy taste. Lots of complexity. I love this apple. You won't find it in the grocery store really, but the longer you keep it stored, and it stores really well, like let's say we magically store this until March or April of next year, it'll blow your mind how good this Gold Rush apple is. Yeah, it's fantastic. Just an incredible, crunchy, sweet, tangy, complex. If you've never had a Gold Rush apple, I highly suggest you go out of your way, farmer's market, wherever, weird little grocery store, and see if you can get your hands on one. If you've been a subscriber long enough, you'll know persimmons are my favorite fruit to grow. One of those reasons are they are the last fruit you're gonna harvest. Here you can see a bunch of Seiyo persimmons bagged up. This is a Japanese variety. This is astringent, and it means the very best persimmons. You can grow this one actually in zone 6 through 9. We're on the edge of zone 7, and it's doing excellent. I have 12 different persimmons trees, but most of them are too young. You can get persimmons 3 different varieties: Asian, American, and hybrid. Here is a Nikita's Gift. I have to highly recommend this persimmons tree. It is a cross between an American and an Asian. They made it in Ukraine. You can see it's holding a lot of fruit for a very young age. This is an astringent variety. I tasted one the other day. It wasn't ready. Puckered my mouth up bad. But this is obviously still holding fruit. I have never had a chocolate persimmons. This tree has been in the ground 3 years and has 5 pieces of fruit on it that I've bagged. Birds did serious damage before I got the bags on them, but look at the size of that fruit. I am really excited to try this chocolate. This is an Asian variety. Honestly, the best way to extend your fruit growing season is with persimmons. I would start with the normal generic Fuyu persimmons and then the hybrid Nikita's Gift. I recommend those because they just have done the best for me producing fruit early. But these trees will extend your harvest all the way into November. Sometimes if you get American persimmons like the Proc, Yates, Meter, you will be able to harvest fruit December, January. This Hana Giant Fuyu is 7 years old, and this is the first real crop. Last couple years, maybe it had a handful of fruit, but this year, it's loaded. You can grow Hana Giant Fuyus in zone 7 through 10. I think you could probably grow them in zone 6, but you're taking a little bit of a risk. I'm on the edge of zone 7 and 6, and this tree is doing very well. This is an Asian variety, and it's non-astringent, which means we get to eat it hard like an apple. For the sake of the video, I picked one a little early, but I just want to prove my point. Non-astringent persimmons you can eat right off the tree, hard like an apple, and they will not pucker your mouth up. This is much different than the Hachiya or the Seiyao or the Nikita's Gift. So it's fun to have this variety also. It does not have as much flavor as the other varieties, but your harvest window is like 8-9 weeks where you get to just come out, pick them off the tree, give them to all your friends. You don't have to worry about, is it ripe enough? Is it gonna pucker their mouth up from the tannins? Let's give it a shot. It's delightful. Mild, delightful. In all honesty, there's no reason to plant the Hana Giant Fuyu. The fruit is milder than a standard Fuyu. It's milder than the Matsumoto, milder than the Ichikiki Gyro. So there's no reason. Yes, it's bigger. It can get 2 to 3 times larger than a regular Fuyu, but the flavor is just not there. So I don't need a giant piece of fruit. I'd rather get flavor. So don't plant the Hana Giant Fuyu. Plant a standard one. I have tons of videos on figs, but obviously the figs are still pumping out fruit late in the season. The question is, will these ripen before the end of the season? I don't know. This is Brunswick, and it has given me a lot of good tasting figs this year, but the bulk of the crop seems like it's just been stagnant. So hopefully we get to enjoy these before the first frost. All right, thanks for watching. And to sum up today's video, I'm gonna suggest you extend your season with jujubes and persimmons. I can't recommend the medlar yet. And out of the jujubes, I like the Lang and the sugarcane. And out of the persimmons, I like the Nikita's Gift and a regular standard Fuyu persimmons. Thanks for watching. And like always, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.